In the early years of the 19th century, an intriguing series of events unfolded in the rugged terrains of the Himalayas. This was a time when the British Empire, in its quest for colonial expansion, was extending its influence eastward. Meanwhile, in the heart of the Himalayas, the Kingdom of Nepal, under the dynamic leadership of its Gurkha rulers, was consolidating its own power. These two rising forces were destined to clash, and the result was the Anglo-Nepalese War, a conflict as compelling as it was consequential. The stage was set in the year 1811. Nepal, under the Gurkha rule, was in an expansionist phase, annexing neighboring territories and becoming a formidable power in the region. However, this rapid expansion soon brought them into conflict with the British East India Company, which was itself expanding its territories in India. The war officially began in the year of 1814. The British, under the leadership of General David Ochterlony, launched the first major offensive in the west, aiming to capture the hill fortress of Nalapani. However, the Gurkhas, led by Captain Balbhadra Kunwar, put up a fierce resistance. Despite being outnumbered, they successfully held off the British forces for over a month. In the east, the story was different. The British forces managed to capture several key fortresses. Despite this, the Gurkhas continued to resist fiercely, demonstrating their exceptional combat skills and tenacity. By the year 1815, the tide of the war started to turn. The British forces, now better prepared and acclimated to the harsh mountainous terrain, began to make significant progress. The Gurkhas, despite their valiant resistance, were increasingly on the back foot. Finally, in March of 1816, the Treaty of Sugauli was signed, marking the official end of the war. Nepal had to cede a significant portion of its territory to the British. However, the Gurkhas had earned the respect of their adversaries. Recognizing their valor and martial skills, the British started recruiting Gurkhas into their army, a practice that continues to this day. To recap, the Anglo-Nepalese War was a pivotal event in the history of South Asia. It began with the collision of two expansionist powers, the British East India Company and the Kingdom of Nepal. The war saw numerous fierce battles, with the Gurkhas demonstrating their exceptional combat skills. Despite ultimately losing the war, the Gurkhas earned the respect and recognition of the British, leading to their inclusion in the British Army. The war ended with the signing of the Treaty of Sugauli, which significantly reshaped the map of the region. This war, while not as well known as some others, had a profound impact on the region's history. It marked the end of Nepal's expansionist phase, curtailed the country's borders, and led to the unique relationship between the British Army and the Gurkha soldiers. So, while it might be a small chapter in the annals of global history, the Anglo-Nepalese War is a captivating tale of conflict, courage, and consequence.